A groundbreaking trial out of the Netherlands has successfully tested a stealth technology that smuggles nutrients past your stomach to trick your brain into feeling full. This could completely rewrite the future of weight management. Every day, across the globe, millions of individuals wake up with the exact same goal: to manage their weight, to control their portions, and to finally conquer their own appetite. Yet, by mid-afternoon, the overpowering biological drive to eat usually wins. For the longest time, society has treated this struggle as a failure of human willpower. But if you look closely at the hidden architecture of the human body, you quickly realize that the deck is completely stacked against us. Our bodies evolved over millions of years to fiercely hoard calories, terrified of an impending famine that, in the modern world, simply never arrives. When you try to eat less, your digestive system panics. It releases a cascade of hunger hormones, creating a psychological and physiological pressure that is almost impossible to ignore. But what if there was a trapdoor in this biological system? What if there was a highly specific button buried deep inside your gut that, when pressed, instantly told your brain that you were completely stuffed, even if you had not eaten a massive meal? This exact question led researchers at the Maastricht University Medical Center in the Netherlands to investigate a hidden biological mechanism known as the Ileal Brake. To understand the sheer brilliance of this clinical trial, we first have to take a quick journey down the human digestive tract. When you swallow a bite of food, it lands in the stomach, which acts as an acidic mixing bowl. From there, it enters the small intestine, a winding, twisting river of absorption that is divided into 3 distinct sections. First is the duodenum, immediately followed by the jejunum, and finally, the last stretch before the large intestine, known as the ileum. In our modern diet of highly processed, easily digestible foods, almost all the calories are absorbed incredibly fast in the upper portions of the digestive tract. By the time whatever is left over reaches the deep, distant ileum, there are very few active nutrients remaining. But our ancient biology has a built-in safety sensor right there in the ileum. If rich, heavy nutrients manage to travel all the way down to this final segment, the body interprets this as a signal that the upper digestive tract is completely overloaded. In response, the ileum pulls the emergency brake. It releases powerful hormones that travel up to the brain and aggressively shut down your desire to eat. This is the Ileal Brake. For years, scientists have known about this brake, but studying it was a logistical nightmare. In the past, to test this mechanism, researchers had to perform a highly invasive procedure. They would literally snake a thin, flexible plastic feeding tube up a person's nose, down the back of their throat, through the harsh acid of the stomach, and carefully thread it deep into the intestines. Once the tube was in place, they would pump liquid calories directly into the ileum. Unsurprisingly, this triggered a massive reduction in appetite. But you cannot walk around in your daily life with a plastic tube hanging out of your nose just to stop yourself from snacking. It was a fascinating biological parlor trick, but completely useless for everyday weight management. The researchers at Maastricht University set out to solve this exact problem. They wanted to design a proof-of-concept study. A proof of concept is not about bringing a finished drug to the market tomorrow. It is a foundational scientific step designed to prove that a wild theoretical idea can actually work safely in a living, breathing human being. Their goal was to see if they could trigger the Ileal Brake orally, simply by having someone drink a beverage. To pull off this biological heist, the researchers partnered with a company specializing in microscopic encapsulation technology. They engineered a specialized mixture of nutrients wrapped in an invisible shield. The active payload consisted of 60% sucrose, which is simple table sugar, and 30% casein, a slow-digesting protein naturally found in dairy. These 2 macronutrients were chosen because previous tube feeding studies proved they were highly effective at triggering the brake mechanism. Notably, the researchers deliberately excluded dietary fats from the formula. Delivering concentrated fats deep into the lower intestine is notorious for causing severe gastrointestinal distress, including cramping and bloating, and the team wanted to ensure the experience was comfortable and tolerable.
To protect the sugar and protein from the stomach's acid, they were enclosed in a 10% whey protein shell, creating microbeads that measured just 150 microns across. For context, that is roughly the thickness of a human hair. When thousands of these microscopic beads are mixed into a glass of water, the person swallowing them has absolutely no idea they are consuming highly engineered stealth capsules. The technology was meticulously designed to survive the harsh, acidic environment of the stomach and only dissolve when it encountered specific digestive enzymes located far down in the lower intestine, successfully delivering the payload right to the biological brake pedal.
To test this, the scientists utilized the gold standard of clinical research, setting up a double-blind, randomized crossover trial. Let us break down why this design is so incredibly powerful. Double-blind means that neither the participants drinking the beverage nor the clinical staff handing it to them knew whether the cup contained the active microscopic beads or a non-encapsulated control drink designed to digest normally in the stomach. Randomized simply means the order of who received what was determined by complete chance. But the crossover aspect is where the true scientific rigor shines. In a standard parallel study, you would give the active drink to one group of people and the dummy drink to a completely different group of people. The problem with human metabolism is that it is wildly unpredictable. One person might naturally have a massive appetite, while another naturally eats like a bird. By using a crossover design, every single participant acts as their own personal baseline. A participant would come into the clinic, receive the first drink, and undergo the tests. Then, on a completely different day, weeks later, that exact same person would return, receive the opposite drink, and undergo the exact same tests. This strips away the chaotic noise of individual genetics and allows researchers to compare a person directly against themselves. The research team successfully recruited 59 healthy volunteers to complete both test days. They specifically targeted individuals between the ages of 18 and 65 who had a body mass index, or BMI, between 25 and 30. In the medical world, this specific mathematical ratio of height to weight classifies someone as overweight, but not severely obese. This demographic was chosen with great intention, as individuals in this mild overweight category are often the ones actively fighting to manage their daily caloric intake to prevent creeping into clinical obesity. They are the ideal candidates for a satiety-enhancing intervention. However, the inclusion criteria came with a fascinating psychological catch. To participate, these individuals had to be classified scientifically as unrestrained eaters. This means they could not be on a diet. If you are actively restricting your calories, your psychological relationship with food is deeply altered. You are constantly using mental willpower to ignore your biological signals. The researchers needed a clean slate. They needed people who simply ate when they felt hungry and stopped when they felt full. They also required the participants to have maintained a stable body weight for at least 6 months. Anyone who consumed more than 20 alcoholic beverages a week was strictly excluded, as heavy alcohol processing can drastically alter liver function and digestion. Furthermore, anyone with a history of gastrointestinal issues, surgeries, or chronic stomach complaints was turned away to ensure the digestive tracts being studied were functioning under standard, predictable conditions. The test days themselves were meticulously choreographed. A participant would arrive at the clinical facility and be served a standardized breakfast. This ensured that every single person started the biological clock with the exact same foundation of calories in their system. Following breakfast, the participant had to sit and wait for a full 3 hours, 180 long minutes of fasting. By the end of this window, the stomach is completely emptying, and the initial, undeniable rumblings of hunger begin to surface. This is the precise moment the test drink was administered. The participant would down the beverage, entirely unaware of whether it contained the stealth microbeads or the rapidly digesting control. Then, another waiting period commenced, lasting exactly 90 minutes. This hour-and-a-half window was absolutely critical. It takes time for liquids to drain out of the stomach, travel through the winding upper intestines, and finally arrive at the distal ileum to push the biological button. During this wait, the researchers continually asked the participants to rate their subjective feelings of hunger and fullness using a visual analog scale.
This is essentially a straight line on a piece of paper, anchored by phrases like not hungry at all on one side and extremely hungry on the other. Blood samples were also continuously drawn to monitor plasma glucose, tracking how the body's blood sugar was responding in real time.
Finally, when the 90 minutes were up, the participant was ushered into a dining room and presented with an ad libitum meal. In the clinical world, ad libitum is a Latin phrase that essentially translates to an all-you-can-eat buffet. The participants were given a spread of food and told a simple instruction to eat until they felt comfortably full. They had no idea that every single bite, crumb and sip, was being secretly weighed and meticulously calculated by the research team behind the scenes. When the trial finally concluded and the blinding codes were broken, the data revealed a fascinating physiological shift. On the days when participants consumed the active encapsulated microbeads, they ate an average of 655 calories during the all-you-can-eat lunch. But on the alternate test days, when those exact same individuals drank the rapidly digesting control beverage, they consumed an average of 699 calories. That is a spontaneous, unconscious reduction of 44 calories. Now, you might hear the number 44 and wonder if that is actually a big deal. 44 calories is roughly equivalent to a small bite of an apple or a single plain cracker. But in the rigorous science of clinical nutrition, a sudden, effortless drop of 44 calories at a single meal is incredibly significant. Think about the compounding mathematical effect over time. If a person unknowingly drops 44 calories at lunch and perhaps another 44 at dinner, day after day, week after week, that creates a steady caloric deficit without the psychological torture of forced dieting. The subjective questionnaire data backed this up beautifully. The researchers calculated a metric called the area under the curve for hunger and satiety. You can imagine this metric as a landscape graph that charts a person's feelings over several hours. For the active encapsulated drink, the total area representing hunger was significantly smaller, while the total area representing satiety, the persistent feeling of fullness, was significantly larger and lasted far longer. However, the scientists did note an important discrepancy. In the older, highly invasive studies, where liquid nutrients were pumped directly through a nasal tube, the caloric reduction was much more dramatic, sometimes resulting in a sudden drop of over 130 calories at the next meal. Why did the high-tech, drinkable beads only produce a 44-calorie drop? The researchers theorized a few practical reasons. When you use a mechanical feeding tube, you are delivering a concentrated stream of nutrients directly to a targeted patch of intestinal tissue. The microscopic beads, on the other hand, mix with stomach fluids, spread out along the entire twisting length of the digestive tract, and release their payload far more gradually. The total caloric density actually hitting the ileum at any given split second might have been much lower compared to the brute force of an artificial pump. Because this was an acute proof of concept study, meaning it only tested the intervention over a single day, there are massive scientific questions left completely unanswered. The human body is remarkably adaptable, almost frustratingly so. If you trigger the Ileal Brake every single day for a month using encapsulated drinks, will the body catch on to the trick? Will the brain downregulate its hormonal response, requiring more and more microscopic beads to feel the exact same level of fullness? We simply do not know yet. Furthermore, while the study deliberately avoided fats to prevent gastrointestinal discomfort, introducing complex engineered particles into the delicate ecosystem of the lower gut always carries a minor risk of altering natural digestion. Extensive, long-term experiments are absolutely necessary to ensure that daily ingestion does not lead to chronic bloating, unexpected changes in bowel habits, or sudden shifts in the microscopic bacteria that make up the human gut microbiome. Looking at the big picture, why does this exact avenue of scientific pursuit matter so much for the future of humanity? We are currently living in an era of caloric abundance. Our ancient biology, evolved for scarcity, is completely mismatched with a modern reality flooded with ultra-processed, easily accessible foods. For decades, the medical community's answer to weight management has swung between two major extremes.
On one side, we have basic behavioral advice, telling people to simply eat less and move more, an approach that fails the vast majority of the time because it requires fighting against millions of years of deeply ingrained evolutionary survival mechanisms. On the far other side, we have radical surgical interventions like gastric bypass, which physically alters the anatomy to artificially limit food intake, carrying severe risks, costs, and lifelong medical complications. More recently, we have seen the explosion of powerful injectable weight loss drugs, which are highly effective but come with their own financial barriers and side effects. This elegant proof of concept trial represents a completely different paradigm. It dares to ask the question, what if our food could be engineered to talk to our bodies better? By utilizing stealth micro-encapsulation, we might one day be able to sprinkle an invisible, tasteless powder onto our morning oatmeal or mix it into a standard glass of water. This powder would quietly travel deep into our digestive system, safely pull the biological emergency brake on our appetite, and help us navigate a world of endless calories with zero conscious effort. It shifts the burden of weight management from the fragile realm of human willpower to the reliable realm of human biology.
Now, as we marvel at the elegance of this biological hack, it is absolutely crucial to remember that this entire discussion is purely for educational purposes and is not medical advice. The science of human metabolism, digestion, and endocrinology is incredibly complex, and any strategies regarding weight management, diet changes, or nutrition should always be discussed directly with a qualified healthcare professional who understands your unique medical history. The true beauty of clinical research lies in its relentless, unending curiosity. Scientists are no longer just looking at what we eat, but rather exactly where and how those nutrients interact with the hidden microscopic architecture of our bodies. The simple act of moving a small amount of sugar and protein just a few feet further down the digestive tract might just be the ultimate key to rewriting the human appetite. Thank you for joining this deep dive into the fascinating, ever-evolving world of metabolic science. As always, keep questioning the world around you. Keep learning about the cutting edge of medicine and stay endlessly curious about the incredible, complex machinery of the human body.